Welcome back. So if you wait a couple of minutes, or rather an hour or two, you will get energy back. So here is energy 31, and if we calculate that we need less than 30 points to level up, experience points, then we have a good chance of leveling up right now. Meanwhile, you can claim energy from your friends. So basically we added the whole server, whoever was interested, and we send them all energy so that we reciprocate. I mean, it's absolutely fine to reciprocate this energy. It's good for everyone. We can confirm all the requests that we got, and whoever we can add will request to be added. So this gives us energy, and we send everyone energy as well. Many of them will give it back to us. It's kind of straightforward, and now we got 9 energy points more than before. In the inventory we got some extra goodies. This oftentimes helps, although experience potions, after a while we just stop dealing with them because we have more than enough. And now we will make progress in the main campaign. The reason why we're gonna do the main campaign and not something else is that here is this icon. You see we have 155 hours left to complete all these challenges. Now reaching levels is kind of easy. Main story, we'll need to reach 11.5 if I'm not mistaken. Also in underground we'll need to make significant progress. We'll have enough time and energy to complete all this, so we're proceeding in a balanced way. I didn't want to overload everyone with just regular story completion either, so for this reason we just make regular progress in here, and we're not rushing through. But this is one of the objectives that we'll need to complete. We'll still only have 6 units, that's not that much. But soon we're gonna get more. Maybe not today. But 6 units are more than enough at the moment. In most cases opponents only have 5 or less. This looks like a complicated battle because of the green dragon. So colossal damage to 3 enemy troops. Basically the green dragon just vomits something green. That's why it's a green dragon, right? So it's a bit more ugly than in case of previous Heroes of Might and Magic games. But anyway, so, and by the way, if you're used to Heroes of Might and Magic, there we had green dragon, red dragon, black dragon. That was the sequence, I think, and they were the same more or less. Here it's different. Green dragon is like a ranged unit, red dragon is an attack unit, black dragon is a defense unit. It's completely different. They are used for a different purpose. So moving on, quest for leveling up. We're still on level 3. We don't have to rush. We have quite a lot of hours to claim all those extra goodies that are added. So Wood Elf, once again, they shoot at an angle when they are on the back. Seems straightforward. Unfortunately we have to watch the whole thing. 4x speed is the maximum. We can speed up the whole game on the top left, by the way, on the main screen, but then we miss some of the story elements as well as announcements and feedback, so I usually don't do that. So moving on, we still have 28 energy. Our items are positioned well. And we're still on day 1, believe it or not. The reason why we complete days in this sequence, day 1, day 2, day whatever, is to maximize the rewards that we get in the first week. This gets people hooked, by the way, on the game. Because many of them just get fraction of the rewards, they have no idea what to do anyway, but we have an idea of how to maximize all these rewards. So, Ancient Shrine, amazing. Let's battle. Can we win this battle at all? Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. So we'll keep the top 2 busy like this. And what's important is that here the opponent is this Phoenix, okay? This Phoenix deals damage on the whole row. So maybe it helps if we start approaching the Phoenix at an angle. And we keep the top middle row busy anyway. So this will make sense. I'm not sure if it's good because eventually we'll need to destroy the defense units too. And now the damage is already being dealt. But here we don't have to worry about losing less than 2 units, right? Because this is not a star battle, this is just a regular battle. And the Phoenix will, yeah, there is a rebirth element in case of the Phoenix as well near the end, which gives it a bit more energy. Okay, let's enter the shrine and we get something. What do we get? Oh yeah, we got some spell and this unleashes a new tutorial. Because I think we're gonna get a new tutorial element with the Blizzard. This might be the Blizzard. No, Blizzard, we already have Blizzard, it's another spell. We can read the spells later, I mean it's automatically played anyway. I don't even know why we have this tutorial element. It's straightforward, we didn't even need this spell. So these are the main spells of our main hero. And we got the level up as well. There is gonna be a fifth spell that we can choose later, like level 70 something. Okay, marketplace, this is what we were looking for. Now we can purchase stuff. And spell scrolls are super important, it's one of our missions here. We can also purchase discounted items like this. Whatever can be purchased with gold, purchase it. And you see that refresh time 1800, check back at around like 1800 or 1900 or whenever. And this is the item, this casting crystal, that you will need sometime in the future. So if one of your missions is worth experience points here, that you need to spend diamonds, like 100 experience points, it doesn't hurt if you make the purchase. Sooner than later you will need it. So it's one of the options to spend stuff. I mean, divination vouchers, you will need it in the future, but there are many other ways of getting these vouchers than crystals. Don't spend crystals on this. Cantor, it's a disastrous crystal spend. Treasure hunt permit, it's like once again level 70 something, okay? Battle scars, treasure hunt, it's a long way from here. We can collect some of these, but not in exchange for crystals. And unicorn, no way I'm spending crystals on that. But casting crystals, you cannot really get it from anywhere else, like in a reliable way, because you'll need quite a lot of them to upgrade your artifacts. By the way, artifacts are coming. So let's collect whatever we got. Okay, mission. And now we got rewarded with this 880 diamond option. Now, in your case, your spending might be just 350, not 550, because the thing is that I started a guild, right? And most of you won't start a guild. And here you see it's not coming with any experience whatsoever, and the only thing you win is 30 of this essence. Now these essence drops, whatever they are gonna be good for purchasing new artifacts. But we don't have artifacts yet. Even if we had artifacts, they are gonna be needed, but there will be significantly easier ways of getting these drops than diamonds. Don't spend diamonds on just getting these 30. I mean, if you're very close to 880, you might risk it, that you spend a couple of diamonds here and there, but don't spend hundreds of diamonds just to get those 30 essence. It's worth 0 experience. Then we get some extras. Full completion reward. I don't know if you can complete it because I've never completed it before, but I know what is possible, what is not possible. We will do our best. And even if we didn't get this paladin, we're gonna get like an item like this once every 80 days or so, relatively soon. Okay, 80 days is a lot, so there are also other ways of getting these tokens. gold keys, many other options. So we're upgrading our heroes because one of our tasks is to spend these scrolls. So we'll need to maximize spending as well, as odd as it sounds. And it also makes sense. Tomorrow we're gonna get the second hero, so we'll have a chance to spend. And we got some more gold that we don't need. And we have these item upgrades as well. It doesn't hurt if we go through them, so sometimes you upgrade and you also see if you can do some level ups. For example, here. And this is all we needed to do so many actions, just a couple of energy points. We don't have to do everything on day one, that would be a bit of an overkill. But if you compete, in that case it's worth focusing the energy. I'm doing this once now. So we'll see how much energy it involves. So we're updating everyone. Oddly enough, it was the green one that could be updated, and I think now we're gonna get a skill as well to activate. You see, after a while it's gonna be just autopilot. And by the way, we've reached 20,000 power. We're still a long way from what we need, like 220,000 I think. But even if we don't reach 220,000 in a week, even then we're gonna get quite a lot of things. Okay, let's check the guild. Let's see if anyone has applied. This is an experiment to me as well. I'm the only one, the president. And I do whatever I can do. I've donated already, I picked up my gift pack. With reward packs, they have been claimed. You can also distribute rewards, by the way. But it costs diamonds, so think twice before starting it. Okay, let's see the map. So in the map, we've picked up 10 items already. We can visit Arian, we can explore obelisks, or we can visit the Keymaster's tent. And we have 169 movements. By the time we do these movements, it's gonna be 170th point available as well. So we're picking these up. And now to find the obelisks, we just need to get rid of the fog of war. You know, whenever we haven't visited a location, we have these darker tiles. This is what fog of war means in this case. Now, we don't really need this crystal, we just need to get more and more tiles visited. In the meantime, it doesn't hurt if we collect these level up diamonds, because we'll need them. So, battle. This doesn't give you experience, it just gives you these diamonds. These are not the diamonds that are that precious, but these are still somewhat important. Now, we won the battle, but 2 of our characters got injured, 2 of our units, so we'll need to do something about this and substitute them with someone else. This means we're not gonna be that effective either. So, we're wandering around. Yeah, weak monsters, so we can risk an attack. And substitute the unit that fell. It would be important to have multiple units that are non-ranged units. And I think with this constellation we have both items going through the defense lines, and we're counting on this one defense unit to keep all the 3 bottom rows entertained, but maybe it's a bit too optimistic, but given this is a weak monster, I'm risking it. Yeah, it was easy. So, next. Okay, I didn't think about going this way, but It's kind of a greedy algorithm, you know, when you traverse a map. A greedy algorithm is you see something and you just pick it up. Okay, strong monster, let's avoid strong monsters. And we spent all the movement, including that extra one. Good. You see, it's already evening, so the background changed. This is when the background changes. Sometimes at night it's gonna be dark outside. That's why I could justify spending, like, let's say $10, $20 and so on, just in case of like some regular game on another server, but not on the first server. Very important. That's kind of a mistake, because first you need to learn how it's played and then spend effectively. After all, the developers are really good. You will see quite a lot of Russian, by the way. The reason is that Heroes of Might and Magic back in the days was really, really popular in Eastern Europe, including Poland, including Russia, including some other places. And that's the reason. They have like masterminds, world champions. A lot of thought went into this. We have new levels in the training ground. We will not spend much effort in this or on this. And let's see, time-wise, I think that it could be time to claim the energy. So we go here, and the third one, claim 60 plus 5. We got the plus 5 already as one of the extras. Special top-up bonus, it doesn't help much. And then we're gonna go to the world and underground this time, and we're gonna make some progress on the underground here. After all, collecting the rewards doesn't hurt. So then these units will go here, and this way we attack the back units directly with 2 chargers. Okay, this is gonna be the hero that we're gonna get tomorrow. Heals friendly units. And this is where automatic combat is bad, because I figured out that this unit tends to heal fully healed units as well. So whenever the energy is kind of full, it still keeps on healing, and your results are gonna be significantly worse. Okay, that was it for this dungeon. Moving on. We're not gonna sweep now, we're just gonna make some progress. After all, this is just the second dungeon, and we've leveled up enough that we can take the challenge. Okay, I didn't put any thought into what to do. Unfortunately, the Kyclops will damage us quite a lot with this fire skill. But hopefully we're gonna still get the 2 stars. Well, with this spell it was easy, we just lost 1 unit, we could lose 2. So we got the 3 stars, and we're collecting stars so that we complete the mission and get this chest. Diamonds, gold, spells, scrolls, and so on. And you need to do what? Clear the story levels, the 3rd chapter. So we'll have to do the 3rd chapter completely to progress in this game, the underground game. So we're gonna go to the world, and we just have 2 missions left. We'll quickly clear it. Good. Maybe the 2 back row units could go elsewhere, but I think they are still protected. Done. And now we just have 1 left. Good. I won't really care about side missions at the moment. Later, we'll pick them up. You can return to any map at any time. So then, last battle. It's gonna be quite easy. as most of the tutorial battles. We leveled up enough so that we can take all these challenges even on day 1. Great. And later we'll return. It's just, we can go to the underground now. So they figured out that the city Stadvik is fallen, and that's part of the Heroes of Might and Magic plot as well. But we can now focus on spending these energy tokens faster. That's gonna be complicated. I'll use this method now. The chargers will destroy the other charger than the magicians. And in the meantime, we have enough resistance so that eventually the chargers and the range units will complete the rest. And it's very easy to be smart when you have so much extra in terms of damage power and everything, basically. Okay, now we will reorganize everyone, and this way we'll go for the back units with the charger straight away. Maybe it's optimistic because an attack unit is there. We don't know for how long it holds. Oh, actually it holds by default. Because I'm just stronger, I leveled up. We lost 1 unit, it's good enough. Next. Okay, here anything goes really. Because we don't really have ranged units for to deal with. Okay, it seems like that, I'm not sure if Rashka is the opponent. Yeah, Rashka is the opponent. Okay, this will start slowly because we have too many defense units, but once the defense units fall, it's gonna become fast. Yeah. And it's not a good strategy to have just defense units, because even though it may look good at the beginning, once the defense units fall, and they are destined to fall anyway, it's gonna be worse. Okay, we'll need to block the chargers. I'll just use this method. The middle 2 defense units are gonna be entertained by the middle defense unit, and the bottom chargers are gonna charge through and destroy the back row. That was the idea, and it's obviously paying off with such an advantage. I think we'll level up once more today, and that will be it. Let's see, we're at a disadvantage already, but I think we'll be able to take it. I'll take away the ranged units from the charger so that in the unlikely case they won, in that case it would still be alright. And it's kind of an evenly matched battle, so I hope we won't lose many units. It's a gamble at the moment. So if you lose more than 2 units here, the problem is not with you. You see, it's very borderline. I think I won with luck. So maybe it was a bad idea to go here, and I'll stop the underground straight away. Roster system. That's another interesting update. We'll talk about it soon. Alright, let's see the roster tutorial. Here is the unit register. Let's go look at the unit register. That's the start of the tutorial. And then, if you check it out, we got some instructions that when you have a new unit or the rank of the unit increases, in that case, we level up the unit in the register. And this yields better value in general. You see that these are the symbols. So for example, the first one is castle. These are the symbols that you see for different types of units. And you can go there and activate them one by one, that's fine too. But if you press the activate all, in that case you see what extra reward you get. 300 extra strength. And in battle record there are some units that are either synergic for a utility purpose, or they were made synergic for some historical reasons, and there they came from the old games like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and some others, for the purpose of reciting some stories. So it seems to me that the development team knows the old Heroes of Might and Magic 3 game quite well, even other games. So here, for example, there is a victory formation, liberation. This liberation formation, like patriots who swore to follow Queen Catherine, you know, they were the ones that worked together quite well. And the collection value plus 800 is given once you press activate. Yeah, this is kind of a chore. This is a usual problem with mobile games, that you have to collect a lot of different resources. A lot of things don't even make sense, right? And you click a lot. That's some constructive criticism to the game, that sometimes it tries to be a mobile game and it tries to be a Heroes of Might and Magic successor. And when it becomes a mobile game a bit too much, then it's a bit more complicated, because here you see we even have missions. And in this mission we have to claim some more resources, then you close it, then you open the next one. This is, by the way, accordion type of component that is quite hard to use, this opening, closing. But in exchange for using this component you get quite a lot of rewards. You could claim all of them by clicking this figure, by the way, on the bottom right. And now I think we have everything claimed. Commander is gonna be a long way until we see a commander in action. Not on day one for sure. Now, roster benefits. There is some extra boost, and you need to group similar units together, and you can also boost their properties. So one is castle. For castle, you have some units that you can add. Now, Griffin can also be added to charging, so this means that maybe instead of Griffin, I could consider adding another one, for example, Monk. It doesn't hurt, they will get better with time anyway. And that's a castle. With charging, you see that we could deploy Griffin, that's why we took Griffin off. We could deploy Cavalier, they are charging units, and we have some more charging units that are from different factions, but these are the charging units. So now we added these units and we got extra power. And once we get out from roster, you'll see that we got some extras, or roster. So here something else is missing, I don't exactly know what. Or maybe it's the usual highlighting bug, because right now we cannot upgrade this. And I think we cannot upgrade this either. So sure enough we can move right, but these are not enabled yet. You need to level up to enable these. And you see how much work it is to add these rosters. And then there is a treasure store where you can buy stuff in exchange for diamonds. And this is very important to know, that it looks like exciting that you have all these new units. I'm letting you know that right now nothing is worth its price. Collector basic, what does this do? Good question. Own 0. I will keep on owning 0. Maybe it's just some random item that just looks good. Sometimes they charge diamonds for it. If there is a utility for it, write it in the comments. I have never used it. Forest Guardian Cantor, it's just a skin. No reason to pay for a skin. SR unit soul 30 for 900 diamonds. Come on, this doesn't make sense. You can get units in other ways, and in the late game, so in like months, this is not gonna be useful. Gold key, you can get gold keys in other ways, and if you think about it, worst case you need 100 gold keys to get an SSR unit, and even SSR units are not that strong nowadays. So the game has been released like for 4 years. So this means that in the future you'll need higher level units to be really competitive. The good thing is that right now you're competitive in your server, but if you went to some server that was started like 2 years ago, in that case you would see how problematic that is. So long story short, to guarantee an SSR unit you would need 50 times this purchase, which is like 20,000 gold. It just doesn't pay off. You get other units as well, but most of these you won't use. Treasure hunt permit, same thing, you don't need gold to get treasure hunt permit. Magic crystal, you won't need magic crystal yourself here. You will only need the magic crystal that you collect from underground, nothing more. So altogether, these things just don't make sense, objectively. You get these rewards from the game. And you know, when you first see it, you think that, oh, it's so good, and you purchase it in exchange for diamonds, and then you're gonna get less diamonds. This is why I told you first, just enjoy the game, like move forward, but then start again if you want to play more seriously in another server. And now our power is up to 25k, so we're doing somewhat better. Let's see the chat if anything else happened. Yeah, they are of course recruiting members. Everyone recruits members. Maybe I will do some member recruiting as well. I haven't done this for like 5-6 hours, so I press the recruit button. We're not doing that well with this guild experiment, so unfortunately maybe this is a failed attempt, but even with this failed attempt it's not a big deal after all. So I'll still be able to complete everything, and worst case I'll just administrate this 200 diamonds as sunk costs and I'll join another guild if it's unsuccessful. So we'll collect rewards. We made good progress in the underground too. And now let's see this icon. This looks new to me. Oh yeah, €5.49 or $5.49 or $4.99. No, we don't need this. Okay, and these are the usual ones. So then, let's see our heroes. We may need to spend some more. Done. So now we're on 3rd level. And these haven't changed. And let's see the spells themselves. So, water spell Mirth grants high morale to all friendly non-Necropolis units. You know, even in Heroes of Might and Magic, Necropolis was immune to morale within a large range. Morale means attack speed by 50%. It's an increase, lasts for 15 seconds. Not the strongest spell. Here we use 3 spells usually. The Blizzard, it's a strong one. I max it out most of the time. Earth Arrow, which also stuns the enemy. This is also important because then they cannot do anything for 3 seconds. Sometimes this helps a lot. And the 3rd one is the Slayer, which increases attack. And for 9-man units, it's not just 10 seconds, but 15 seconds. It's even more important. So this is a perfect hero also, Catherine, for the early game where you have a lot of 9-man units. Then you have the big monsters at the end, which are like 1-man units. Okay. Let's see what is awaiting us for the upcoming days. So here we have the level challenges, experience level, so we're gonna have to go to level 29, 37, even all the way up to 41. I think we can manage it easily within a week. So it's not just day 1, but it's in general, so all the way until a week. Then main story, we'll have to reach, I think, level 10, level 11. Yeah, level 11, 15, long way. But most likely doable, we'll see. We're gonna face some resistance. We don't have to finish it with 3 stars, we just have to finish it. Then there is underground, I think here as well, yeah, level 9, quite a lot. And this is just a day 1 challenge. This is straightforward. Next one, unit upgrade. You see, we do everything in our power to make them blue and then purple +1 and so on. So here, I don't know how far we're gonna get to. Let's see our units. Right now, our units are simply blue. So simply blue means that you see this extra diamond at the top. This extra diamond would mean that we're blue +1. And we also have blue +2. And after blue +2, there is gonna be purple. So let's level up. We don't have to rush with this because we have a week and a lot of energy. And even if we fail, this is just a quick start, but then we'll have a lot of opportunity to keep on leveling up. So I think I've wasted like 6, 7 or 8 weeks and I played suboptimally, and then I leveled up in another server fast, and I think I went up to 2.5 million ultimate power, and the first one had like 3.5 million. But obviously the first one had like better synergy, and I'm like number 14 on my server, or 10 to 14 depending on the game that we're using. Okay, so we did the level ups, and let's see what else we can do. We can obviously spend energy. We can also go to the guild. That makes sense, because, well, we don't have much. So this unit is strong. We're not gonna mess with strong units. We just make these moves, but we cannot do much. What we can do is check out the world, what else is available. Here in Underground, we have to collect the rewards. Level 4 is not yet available. And here as well, we can collect the rewards. So there is one reward here. Centaur doesn't hurt. It's not a strong unit, just part of the experience. And now let's see what else we missed. Trial of Angels. Yeah, there is this angel. We have to battle the angel. Okay. I was a bit lazy with dragging the rest of the units. It doesn't make much of a difference. So 2 angels next to each other are quite dangerous because I think they can heal each other. Or revive each other. But not on this level. It's kind of easy. Next. So we have this solution, Trial of Angels Gather. We got some diamonds. I know it's boring that we're not spending diamonds, we're just gathering it, but thank your future self for collecting all these diamonds. It's a very precious currency. And now we have 50 out of 50, we're finished 100%ly, and we got basically everything. So this level is over. New chapter is unlocked. This means that also the underground is gonna be unlocked. To reaffirm this, I'll just do one battle. I think we have the strength for it. Yes, we do. So it's a controversial setup. It depends on how well the attacker is gonna cope with the other opponent. But by the time the attacker falls, the other two have made enough damage on the back. And that's what exactly happened. So the trick is, don't sweat much. If something is hard, then you have more than enough to do. And by the way, priorities are gonna shift within the game also in the future. So for now, you see that we're completing the main campaign. It's also time intensive. Later, you will need to wait until you level up to unlock the next chapters. So for example, for chapter 9, you need to be on level 35. You cannot even access this level before that. So let's see a crossover game just in case it made any sense. If you click here in the town map, so once again, not town map, world map, so you go to world. So if you click here, you see Assassin's Creed. First we go to the tavern and check out what is going on. We have this merchant. This merchant doesn't give us anything because we're not gonna spend 119 euros or 120 euros on getting some hero plus diamonds. Even if the hero looks good to those who played with other Ubisoft games, obviously. But there is this intelligence point where you have missions. And we've already completed a couple of missions. How surprising on day one, because we've signed in once. So this can get us started. And if we exchange things one time, we're gonna get a lot of things that are currently useless and some other things that are already useful. The currently useless ones are these emblems. One day we're gonna use them and they are quite strong. The currently useful ones are heroes. This is an emblem as well. This one that I even spent 300 diamonds on it without knowing how to use it better or how to get it in a better way. We can get 3, but then that's it. And this is a arbitrary hero token, and this one is an SR unit, so it's not that powerful, but it's better than nothing at this stage. So we got the unit soul, excellent. We got this extra item that like talent potion. So for random units, it's somewhat helpful, but once there is gonna be an event around level 40, it's gonna be useful. By the way, we're not supposed to be here in theory on day one. That's why we're having items that we have no idea what, or you have no idea what it's used for in the long run. So we have the talent potions, because obviously we can also scroll down and you see that we have these remaining items as well. So it's kind of diluted too. We have a lot of scrolls to collect. It's not just these items that are there. There are many others as well that currently don't really make objective sense yet. And then there are the missions. So let's go out. And by the way, in the tavern there is also this game that is gonna be activated in the future. Right now it's not. And I think chapter 1 is available. Here the idea is that there is this hero that we know from Heroes of Might and Magic 1, 2, 3 and so on, Sandro. And what Sandro does is basically wanted to summon some artifact, but instead of an artifact he summoned the hero. That's the idea. A hero straight from Sparta. And there is some discussion, obviously, and after that we're gonna get down to the mission. So it's a simple mission just like the regular ones, and I think you spend basic energy to access those missions, but you get some extra level up items. So now they got a deal that this Spartan warrior is gonna get some artifacts and stuff for Sandro, and then he will help her get back home. If it makes sense, I don't know. Let's see if it makes sense for us to enter this pyramid, for instance. So if we press battle, the opponents are kind of weak, kind of very weak. So let's battle once. This is a crossover event, so why not? Yeah, they were tricky. Unfortunately, it was my bad that I didn't keep the top mummies busy. So, alright, first two scrolls. And by the way, we have this chest that we'll be able to pick up later. We have this Tomb Keeper. It doesn't cost us energy to fight the Tomb Keeper, but we will be defeated most likely. Let's see the second mission. here, good question. Most likely we'll make it. Whether it's gonna be a 3-star effort or a 2-star, I don't know yet. So we'll have to defend them fast, and then 2 units will face 1, and that's gonna be easier for them. Yeah, and we lost only 1 unit, so this means that we got the 3 stars. We also defeated the opponents in a minute. The 3rd star is that we just won. And I think this is gonna be beyond our skill level. At least currently. Yeah, it is beyond. It's most likely beyond our skill level, although the formation without a defense unit is kind of weak. But at least we made some progress. And here you can see that in the missions we have cleared 2 stages in total. We have 40 stages to clear, plus some other ways of getting contracts. It doesn't hurt, it's just a few energy pieces, and by the way, we're gonna get energy from friends. And it's oftentimes important to claim, check out requests, and add anyone. So request connection with everyone so that they can send us more energy, and in return we send them energy as well. So we got more rewards. And we have something to do here. Activate the updated units. And we're getting better. Now in the inventory we have this purple talent potion. We use them and we get these potions. They don't do anything at the moment. Later. But they are useful. I would not give any diamonds on them, but they are still useful. So then, given that in the guild we don't have any other contributors, I'll just focus on the units and check out what resources we can get to level up the units further. So here is a plus sign. This means that we have to go to the abandoned house and get more of this wood. Okay, this formation doesn't hurt. We still have a power advantage, so this should be easy. We have to watch the whole battle, as usual. And now we are done. So we got the wood that we were looking for. We also got some other resources. And actually we don't have to focus on getting all the resources, we need to focus on increasing our options, because as we conquer more and more territories, we can claim different types of resources that are required for the level up. So this unit is really strong because they can heal friendly units nearby. But they have no chance, as you can see. Less than 30 seconds and they are gone. Okay, moving on. Here we have an imp. We can battle the imp. I think they are guarding some marksman or something. Which never hurts when we rank them up. And you see, it's still day one. This game is crazy in a sense that day one offers so much, if you want to do it well. And in fact, in this video, I'm doing it well. Not optimally, but well enough to be competitive. Yeah, exactly, marksman, there you go. We have some more resources. And if we have energy, yeah, we have more than enough energy, then yeah, it's easy to conquer this one too. And if not, then we'll change the layout, because you see this is an all castle layout. They are synergic. They could be stronger though. Let's see how we can increase their strength. And this is a typical trick that I recommend as well. Whenever you do a battle where you see that the strength of your units changed, in that case you move all your units back down except for one. Then you check the strength of the unit, 4,500, this one like 4,200. This means that this is the strongest unit altogether. It was random, I didn't know that this was the strongest unit. You see? So both of them have a place in here. And this is a very strong unit, third strongest unit. Fourth strongest is this one. We didn't have this unit in the roster. And then we'll need to make a decision. So 3,400, this one 3,600, and this one 3,200. The difference is not that large. So if we can afford 2 units, in that case both of them are gonna be here. And this one 3,000. So the question is, do we sacrifice 600 in exchange for the synergy? Or do we go for the stronger unit that has no synergy with other units? We'll see. And obviously we need some attacker as well. So now we have 6 units. The big question is, do we go for another charger instead of this? And the answer is no, because we have 2 chargers already, it would be out of balance. Or do we go for the marksman? And in this specific case, we'll try out the stronger unit, just to see what happens. So we'll defend against the charger, attacker versus attacker. The 2 chargers are here, and the defender keeps the bottom 2 rows busy. Oh no, actually just the charger busy. The bottom row doesn't really matter. It's a castle anyway, so I forgot that there is going to be no charging. There is just going to be wall defending. Or wall destruction, to be exact. But the charging happened afterwards though. And now we have everything cleared. We collect the reward and move on to the 6th level. Remember, there is gonna be rewards available for this level as well. So then we'll need to block the way of the chargers so that the units on the back can work properly. Great, mission accomplished. And now let's see. Yeah, this is interesting. It says my chest, right? And here you can see something that looks like a chest hidden in a bush. So you click here and you get the chest. And then it says, I'm disappearing. Why? What's happening? Yeah, because I stole his chest. So there are these random missions that you don't know where they are. Now, Terrified Griffin, what is this? $4.7. So in theory, griffins are supposed to restore the kingdom. In practice, okay, griffins are the strongest unit right now, but they are kind of weak in the long run. The opponents are griffins though. At least in the back row. But we're stronger anyway, so you know the result in advance. I kind of like this enemy, or this elemental, and you see they were the strongest. One thing I haven't said is that there is this stats icon. And if you check the stats, you see the maximum damage dealt. You see our chargers are good. and our attacker is not that bad either, although it's a weaker unit. So chargers, this weaker attacker, and the ranged one. And in case of damage taken, usually the defenders take the most damage. And for healing, you see that the monk does its job by healing a lot. You can also check skill utilization. So there are a lot of stats in here to see how well a team works together, or members of the team work together. Okay, next. This is the last battle before we run out of energy, so we need to wait for the 20-30 energy boost. We're still good enough in terms of power. So this should be an easy win. As most of the wins, by the way. Good. So this doesn't cost energy, so this terrified griffin can be attacked straight away. More evenly matched, but given that the opponent is out of balance, they are just chargers and nothing else, and they are facing a mostly synergic team, they have no chance. What else? So I think we've completed everything worth completing with the energy that we have. We don't have more, and we cannot purchase more either. So let's go back. Let's upgrade whatever we can upgrade. Here a greedy algorithm works, so whatever you see, you just rank up and upgrade. Sooner or later we will upgrade everyone. So we don't have a scarcity of resources. We just have a scarcity of, like a temporary scarcity, that we run out of energy and later we'll need to reload this energy. Okay, we got some reward, and these boxes have to be unpacked in the inventory. Okay, and we got another box that we need to unpack. Unfortunately, that's how this works. And we got some random items for the roaster, but the roaster is not. It seems like we don't need to upgrade anything, so I could click here, but you see that these upgrades are not yet there. We haven't received any of these scrolls that would upgrade our roster. One thing we have is keys in the altar. 2 keys to be exact. So 13 until the guarantee. We have a 1% chance of getting a good enough item, but no, we haven't. That's a SR unit, golem. And this one, looking interesting. Yeah, it's also just an SR unit. 30 tokens. So let's see what we can do with the 30 tokens of the Pegasus, because we already have a Pegasus, if I'm not mistaken. Here it is. And we have the rank up available. You see that this red dot is not there unless the character is currently in our formation. So we'll do quick activation, and you see that we're gonna level up the Pegasus relatively soon. We need 20 more. So that was a good deal, because we need strong units. We don't just need many units, we need strong units initially. Later we'll need many units as well, but we need like 20 more levels until that. We can also get like 20 more resource keys, and then we'll call it a day and wait for the evening. So Sea Elemental, it doesn't hurt, 10 tokens to level up. Good. So let's see what we can do. We also got some random resources, so we can level the units up from strongest to weakest now. And we got a depletion. So let's see, Sea Elemental, they are not that strong, but with the quick activation we can rank them up to 2-star. They are still not gonna be that strong, but better than nothing. And now it's worth taking a break.